Hello, it's Papa G, and this is predictions for my patrons on Patreon. Um, you know, I do these on Fridays. I didn't get to last Friday on Valentine's Day, where there were some technical issues going on with the camera, and there were so many other things to do. We've been down a couple of employees. Roy and I have been working open to close many days and all the stuff we have to do behind the scenes. So it was very overwhelming. So here we are again. Predictions. What are we going to predict today? We're going to talk about positivity and negativity. What positive things are going to happen for you in the next week? What negative things might happen for you in the next week? And we'll do that in two different recordings. So, what made me think of this topic? Because something pissed me off. That's what made me think about this topic. And since we're here on Patreon and we're behind a paywall, this is the place I get to talk about what I want to. Because, I don't always get to talk about what I want to in the public because the public is more likely to hold you accountable to the tune of canceling you. Um, there was a post that was done on astrology, and someone immediately, here we're going to the negative. Someone immediately, their reply was, "Is this AI?" It's like, if you don't have anything nice to say, don't come to our page, our channel, whatever, just to mouth off about your personal political views. Fuck you. If I want to use AI for something, I'll use AI. It's none of your business. Um, Let me tell you something about a lot of the artists bitching about AI, and I'm talking about the artists that I know. I see. I would love to go up to many of them and just say, "Listen, if you put in as much energy and effort into your art and marketing your art as you do going on Facebook and bitching about AI daily, you'd be famous. Your art would be out there. Quit focusing on what someone else is doing and do your thing and do it well." And there's other ones, it's like, huh, no one's copying your art for AI. Don't worry about it. So, but yeah, think about the articles I write for here on Patreon. People are like, well, why don't you hire graphic artists? Um, So for me to do a simple blog post about a topic like we did recently, the one on Baba Yaga, um, you want me to hire a graphic artist and pay anywhere between $400 and $600 for one picture every week for me to do a blog. I need a lot more patrons for that. It doesn't make sense. Not for the it's not like I'm selling them as greeting cards. Uh I'm not knocking any graphic artist out of a job because I'm not gonna be hiring them. Yeah, I'm gonna go on a rant here. Another thing is someone mentioned about the t-shirts we sell in the store. People don't like this ugly AI t-shirts, which I spent weeks on that project, weeks. And let me tell you something, they're not AI. They're actually done by graphic artists in a hub where if you're a t-shirt designer, you go to this hub and you pay a yearly fee. You pay licensing fees on top of that so that every time the image is used, the graphic artist who created it gets paid. So, yeah, someone's just looking for something to bitch about, looking for negativity. Is this AI? Why are you using ugly AI? It's not. It's done by a graphic artist. Graphic artists can actually do those things too. You're just looking for something to be negative about, looking for something to bitch about, looking to be offended. Guys, that's just it's ugly behavior. It's loser behavior. Usually the people that are bitching about this stuff, I have found not the most successful ones because I'm telling you, What are we gonna do about what about all these horses? What about all these horses if we start using cars? What's gonna become of the horses? We can't do that. There's demons inside the electricity. You shouldn't be using electricity. Don't go to the internet, go to the yellow pages. Um, people have been anti something or another every time something new comes along. Anti-texting, internet, using your iPhone as a camera instead of buying a camera. You're going to put the camera companies out of business. I remember anti Photoshop. You're going to make it where photographers don't get any business anymore. Listen, I know some excellent photographers and they don't need Photoshop. So Photoshop has actually helped some mediocre photographers become great ones. So yeah, I'm kind of getting tired of people trying to dictate to me how I should conduct my business when they're not conducting any business. They're not doing anything to help anyone. There's keyboard warriors sitting behind their keyboards, mouthing off. And I really want to tell them, listen, when you go downtown and you ladle out soup at the soup kitchen for the homeless, then come talk to me about something you've done. Otherwise, shut the fuck up. So that's my rant for today. The moral of the story, mind your own damn business. Keep your mouth shut instead of going on someone's posts and immediately, I got to put a negative comment. Look at me. Look at me. I have something to say. Just shut up. If you don't have anything nice to say, don't say anything at all. Didn't your mama teach you that? Didn't you ever hear your grandmother say that? I'm saying it now. Shut up. No one cares. No one cares about you. You're not reaching anyone by going on and being nasty. What you're doing is showing you're a big asshole. It's called showing your ass. So the first reading is about what negativity are you going to come across this week? You're probably dripping out of my fingers as we pull the cards, but I'm using one Norman. I'm pulling 4 because they're usually read in pairs. So we have the tree, which is roots, ancestry, could be related to family a little bit. There's going to be some sort of message from probably a family member because it's the letter. The letter is usually about written communication. It might be an email, a crossroads. And also, I'm taking this one as a trip because the last one is Lily. The Lily card is often about retirement and things, but it can be about a funeral. Um, I don't think this is I think this is for someone out there. There's certain times of year where more people pass, and usually it is the winter. So there may be some family members who are going to go soon. If you have not called your grandmother in a long time, do it. Um, it could also just mean the end of what am I trying to say? Not if it doesn't physically mean a death, it can mean more like the end of communication with certain family members, um, putting a finality to family members who are negative that you no longer want to deal with. So for some of you, it could mean the passing of someone coming, and for probably for more of you, it could mean it's time to break off from negative people, even if they are blood relatives. So, what's the positive reading this week? What's going to go in positive? I think it's more of the latter. It's about breaking away from people, even if they're your bloodline. But the first impression I got was for someone out there that someone is going to pass soon. Um, Let's see what positive is going to happen this week. We've got the dog, which is about usually best friend, whip and broom, the house, and the clover. They all align with good lucky things. Um, so what is the dog card? The dog is man's best friend. It's about a friend. And then we have the whip and broom. So it's almost like you have a friendship that you have been ignoring a little bit, and you need to really sort of clean up your act with that. Clean up your relationship. Get it back on track. The house card is actually like inviting these people back into your life, back into your home, back into your sanctuary. And if you do that, it's going to bring you quite a bit of luck and happiness and contentment. Um, so this is about taking some time to reach out to some friends that you have maybe you've been too busy and slide it a little bit and maybe ignore it a little bit. Maybe there's one you haven't reached out to in a long time that you regret not doing that. So this is about for all of you who this fits is welcoming these old friends back into your home and making room for them in your life. So that is this week's predictions. Also, a fabulous bitch session. For the record, I want to end what I started with by telling you when I use AI, I use Adobe. Adobe trains all of its AI models only on the images that Adobe themselves own. They don't go to the internet and scrape the internet. Their AI generator is made exclusively from the images that the company themselves owns. So somebody got paid somewhere. This is Papa G. Thank you for being a patron on Patreon. And I'll see you next week. And don't forget, Monday's a new article with probably an AI image in it. Till later. Bye bye.